a senior at Carthage College. I'm a physics major, and this summer I'm working on a zero-gravity fuel gauging experiment as a part of Carthage's microgravity team. We traveled to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston and got to fly on their zero-gravity research aircraft.
We're about to fly parabolas and fall from the sky on purpose.
At the bottom of every parabola, you experience about 20 seconds of 2G, and then at the top of every parabola, you experience 20 seconds of zero gravity. So this was a really great opportunity to conduct research with NASA because not a lot of people get to do that, especially as an undergraduate. The cool thing is that NASA is actually interested in the technology that Carthage has developed. They came to us and wanted to use our fuel gauging method, and they wanted to give us this flight opportunity. And our method that we developed could actually be used in space in the future. So the experiment that Carthage has developed tests a fuel gauging method for zero gravity. In zero gravity, you can't use the same methods of fuel gauging as you can on Earth. Being weightless is really an indescribable feeling. You are just kind of sitting there in the plane, not really expecting anything, and all of a sudden you feel a shift and you're just floating. And you're weightless, and it's a really awesome experience. The very first parabola that I first felt zero gravity, I don't really know, my first feeling was just like, whoa.
It was just totally nothing like I've ever experienced before.
We flew alongside professionals in the space science industry, which was really cool because it helped build some connections, and they're doing jobs similar to ones that we want to have in the future. So that's really cool to be able to see what their day-to-day jobs are and what they do. Going on this trip really helped me get my foot in the door for future opportunities, internships, and just kind of seeing what it's actually like to work for NASA and to work in the space sciences. My biggest surprise was how personable everyone was, and I guess like how well I understood what some of them were doing. I kind of felt like I would have no idea what some of the professionals' experiments were doing, but in reality, it's basically what we're doing, not the exact experiment or science, but they have the exact same design process as we do, so it's all the same thing, just having different goals for their experiments. So another awesome thing about the trip was being able to tour some of the facilities at NASA that the general public doesn't really get to go in. So we got to go into Building 9, which is the Space Vehicle Mock-up facility. And in Building 9, we got to go inside the shuttle trainer where all of the astronauts that rode on the space shuttles did their training. We got to see some of the International Space Station training modules. We got to see some robots that are actually being used on the International Space Station to perform tasks, and we got to see where they were being tested and developed. And we also got to see the MRV and ride in the MRV. If I hadn't gone to Carthage, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to work on experiments with NASA and have the opportunity to make connections for the future that could lead me to a career in the field.
You guys get yours up there?
We just did, yeah.
Oh, awesome.